Hey guys, it's Jonathan, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a competitive Pokemon deck. What I mean is that this deck, which I'm going to teach you how to make, is not going to be like a normal theme deck. It's going to be one of those decks that you use in Worlds, in real Pokemon competitive play. So it's going to be the best of the best. And this is going to be a series. So please like, subscribe, and comment if you want to see more of this. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is decide what Pokemon you're going to build your deck around. Now this doesn't mean that you could just pick any Pokemon, because some Pokemon are just not fit for Pokemon competitive play. So yeah, I'm gonna give you some examples on really good Pokemon, on like really good decks to make. And this is a note. I'm not gonna tell you every single good deck there is right now, because that's just gonna take too long. But if you want to know, help this video get 25 likes and I will make another video, no matter how long it is, explaining and giving a full deck list of every single best deck right now. So let's get started for number 1. Okay, the first deck is Garbodor. I mean, this is the troll of Pokemon TCG. And you may be thinking, it's just a normal stage 1 Pokemon, like it's not anything special. But it does 20 damage for each item card in your opponent's discard pile. So for 1 energy, it can do 100 to 200 damage in the first 4 to 5 turns. So that's crazy. So imagine this, by the end of your, by the middle of your game, you can do like crazy amounts of damage, like almost 300 or even 400 damage, depending on how many item cards your opponent runs. So a stage 1 can do this much damage, and a good thing about Garbodor is that if it gets KO'd, there's only 1 prize card for it, so that's pretty good as well. And Garbodor does have many good supporting cards for it, like Zoroark and Drampa. If you want to know more about that, just comment down below and I'll make a video for it. And the second deck is Gardevoir GX. This year in Worlds, it won the World Championship, and it's always been a great card. Like Gardevoir EX and Mega Gardevoir EX are really good play, and this year Gardevoir GX is saying really good play. So you may be thinking how it won Worlds. So it's just a great card. I'm just baffled that it won Worlds this year, because no one expected this card, but it's so great. So it does 30 damage for each of the energy attached to both active Pokemon. What's more, with its ability, you can attach 2 energies to Gardevoir. So because most GX Pokemon need 2 to 3 energies to attack, you could do up to 150 damage so easily. And everyone wants quick setup. You could easily set up Gardevoir or Thrak handy, and if your opponent sets up quickly as well, and they got 2 to 3 energies on their bench, on their active Pokemon, and you got like 1 energy, you could do 150 quick damage. Or you could do, or if you put more fairy energies, let's say 2 to 3 turns later, you could even be going for 200, 300, which is crazy. And it has many supporting Pokemon, so it's pretty good. Now for number 3 is Metagross and Solgaleo, the true power of Metal. We haven't had many good Metal Pokemon lately, other than, let's say, Mega Sizzle EX, but in Sun and Moon and Guardians Rising, we saw some really good cards. So with these 2 cards, you could literally KO most decks. All you have to do is discard 3 energies and set up 3 Metagross GXs, and you've basically won. This works because Metagross's GX ability to take energies from the discard and attach them to your any other Pokemon, to your active Pokemon. So and you could just attack from that. So if Metagross attaches to Solgaleo, you do 230 damage. And after that, you could retreat using Ultra Rod, or just retreat using your 3 retreat cost. Because it doesn't matter, the energies will go back to the discard, and you could make Metagross your active Pokemon and use Geotech system, and you're right back on the game. So, this deck is so consistent, but not the most consistent deck because of its weakness, but it could do some crazy work. And the 4th deck. If you don't know, we use this deck, and it's our channel mascot, and I just love Tapu Koko deck. We've made a review on it, and if you want to check that video out, it'll be in the description, or I'll put it in annotation right now somewhere. So, the reason why we run this deck as J.A.N TV is because it is the most consistent deck right now. If you think Metagross and Solgaleo GX deck is consistent, this is even more consistent. Like, every game will be fun. Like, this deck is good against like every single other decks. So, with its ability, Tapu Koko can juggle from the active to the bench to the hand, so all the energy counters will be gone. And all you have to do is put Tapu Koko back to the bench when everything's alright, and it will go back to attack using Aerodactyl, which is his ability, and it'll be ready for setup, because what Aerodactyl does is when you place Tapu Koko from your hand onto your bench, it takes 3 energies and it goes to the active. It's a great card. You do 130 damage, put Fighting Fury Belt, and put Aether Foundation Paradise. It becomes a tank. You tank up the attack, you tank up all the damage counters, and you're just a troll because your opponent tries so hard to put those damage counters on you, and you just need to use Acerola and come back to your hand, and all the damage counters will be out, and Tapu Koko comes out as a fresh card, KO. This card is almost unkillable. And finally, Charizard GX. This deck KOs every deck. And if Charizard is your mascot, if you love Charizard, I think you got a good deck. You can make a really good deck. So there's nothing much to talk about Charizard because it's quite simple. Use Kiwawe to get 5 energies and attach it to Charizard. Next turn, you do 300 damage. Literally KO everything. Because right now, there's no card with more than 300 HP. But the downside is it has a weakness for water type. So if someone runs Ninetales, it's a risky thing to use. But with some stadium cards right now, you could manage. And these are some decks that are just as good, but we have no time to talk. We have no time to talk about them. So they are Ninetales GX, Decidueye GX, which you can use with Vileplume, and it works very well. Tapu Bulu GX, which you can use with Vikavolt, Turtonator GX, which you could use with Volcanion EX. If you want a review on these decks, just comment Ninetales, Decidueye, Tapu Bulu, or Turtonator, and I will reply back or make another video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want any more videos like this, please subscribe, like, and comment. And if you have any questions, Please leave a comment and I will reply as soon as I can. Peace out.